I am sure that you have heard my story, how my essay impacted my overall admission process. And you are probably wondering, what was in this essay? Or how could I possibly sum up my entire existence in 650 words, or sometimes it could be less? Honestly, you do have a point. It is tough. But don't freak out just yet. Take a deep breath because we are going to be slaying that together. So grab your pen and your paper because it is about to be a ride. Hello besties, welcome back to my channel. This channel I provide tips on how international students can move from their country to whatever destination it is they want to study abroad. So feel free to check through my videos. I am sure that you will find something useful and helpful for your journey. And can I please ask that you also subscribe to my channel? That is how you show that you support me. So please subscribe to the channel, give my video a thumbs up, comment down below. I like to engage with people. I would love to hear your experience. In this video, as you can see from the title, I will be walking you through how you can write a perfect statement of purpose, the type that got me into 6 universities, the type that I submitted that did not make any of these institutions reject me. Yes, you can do it. As much as I can do it, you also can do it. So like I said earlier, grab your pen and your paper. It's about to be a ride because I would also be showing you examples from my own personal statements, okay? So without any further ado, we will jump right into the video. So the first thing you need to put in mind when you are writing your personal essay is that you need to follow the prompts of your school. And when I'm talking about prompts, I am sure that we all know how we can check for the prompts of your school. If you don't know how to check for the requirement of your school, I made a video on how you can search for schools and check for the requirements. So I'm just going to link that up on the screen. You should watch that video so that you get a different perspective, or so you understand better what we are going to be talking about in this video. So I'm just going to base my video based on like the general things they would ask you, but make sure that you are tailoring your essay on your specific prompts. The second thing you need to remember is that your personal statement is your chance to tell your story. I mean, your own unique story. I want you to know that 2 people might experience the same thing, they might experience the same incident, but trust me, if they are told to tell a story about it, it will be told from different perspectives. So I want you to note that because I'm going to say that, sometimes people have the same experience, okay? So the point is you want to make sure that your story is authentic and it is unique to you. I would say that at this stage, don't try to be someone you are not. Don't try to be someone else. Don't take just an ordinary statement online and dub it. The admission committee, they want to see who you truly are. And the only way they can see who you truly are is through your personal statements. So the first thing you want to do is that you want to figure out what makes you. What are your passions? What are your dreams? What makes you unique? What are the experiences that have shaped you into the amazing individual that you are today? What are the representative experiences that has sparked your interest or probably has influenced you in your course of study, that course that you have chosen? What experience inspired you to choose that course? So you want to think about all of these things that I just said, and you want to think of it in a way that it aligns with your course of study. So I know that you've had a lot of experiences, and if they tell you to write a book about it, we might need to read it in parts, okay? But yeah, you do want to streamline those experiences to your course of study. You do want to streamline it. You do want to make them relevant. If you are seeking a tutorial with sample, I will pin a video I made about it on the screen. So make sure you check that out too. That with this video, trust me, your statements of purpose will be stellar. Your story. Remember that was the first thing we talked about. You should think about a story that makes you unique. Now, you want to put everything into structure, right? And I'm not going to lie to you. When I started my statement of purpose, I started in writing in bits, everything I could remember. Then I worried later about making sure that they were relevant to my course of study. So if this is your writing style, I would say you should adopt that because to me, it was very helpful. And I'm going to say that at the beginning, it does not really need to have like the right structure, because when I start talking about structure, that might scare you a little bit. But know that your first draft doesn't necessarily have to have the right structure. Okay, with revision, you will get it. With revision, you will get that one piece of statements that even you are very proud about. So I want you to start with a strong and compelling introduction, the one that will grab the reader's attention. I want you to make sure that the first statement you are writing is keeping everyone that is reading. You want to keep them drawn in. I want to know that every year admission officers, they read a lot of statements, and you want to make sure that yours is standing out, okay? Then after the introduction, you need to start developing your story in a clear and concise way. You can use vivid language, you can use strong verbs, you can use adjectives and sensory details just to bring your experiences to life. If you need to watch videos on storytelling, I'm going to tell you to go on YouTube. I'm sure there are a lot of videos that would help you to build your storytelling technique. So go on YouTube and search for that, okay? I'm going to say that also, don't be afraid to show your personality and your sense of humor. I did that in my statements a lot. I mean, after all, life is not hard and no one wants to read a boring statement, okay? But I mean, do with that whatever you want to do with it. But that is what I believe. I believe that your statement should not be boring and you should add humor to it, which I did in my statement. Then finally, you want to wrap it up with a conclusion that leaves a lasting impression. You want to summarize your main points and reiterate your passion for your chosen field of study. So something else I want you to add is your skill and your qualities. Always remember that your personal statement is not just about your experience. It is also about your skills and your qualities. It is not just about what you did in school. They also want to know, what are the skills that you've developed? What are the qualities that you have? What are you good at? Are you a natural leader? Are you a creative thinker? Are you an effective communicator? Are you a problem solver? This is what they want to know in your personal statement. So I will tell you, my dear friend, don't be shy to showcase your strengths. I want you to sell yourself. Universities want to see what you can bring to their campus community. So please sell yourself. This is not the time for you to be claiming humility. This is the time for you to sell yourself. Of course, you have to sell yourself in a way that makes sense, in a way that that you are not over exaggerating, okay? So you want to talk about experiences that you've had, all the experiences that have helped you develop these skills. Make sure you use specific examples to illustrate your points. And I'm going to say that don't just say I am a leader. Honestly, anyone can be a leader. Anyone can claim that they are a leader. I want you to show them with examples. You know what? At this point, I think I need to grab my statement of purpose and I'm going to read an excerpt from it for you so that you will better understand what I mean. About prompts the other time, I'm going to explain it here. So this part that I'm about to read, I wrote a lot of statements. Of course, everything looked similar, but in some of the statements, I talked about more things because they gave me more space to talk about it. But this one that I'm about to read, the specific example I'm about to read, might look a little bit smaller because I didn't have enough time to develop my points. They literally told me to write in 2 pages, double space. So I didn't have a lot of time to develop my points. But in other essays that I submitted that gave me like the chance to like write in 3 pages, I was able to develop my points. So that is why I said your prompt also determines how your essay is going to look like, determines the overall outlook of your essay. But yeah, like I said, let me read an example for you, okay? So I said, I possess academic experience and related work experience that supports my candidacy in higher education. Towards my BA/ED in English language, I learned and developed skills through courses like Fundamentals of Human Behavior, Principles and Practice of Education, Psychological and Sociological Foundations of Education, Historical and Philosophical Foundation of Education, and that I listed some of the courses that I realized would be relevant to my choice of study so that they know that I have a little bit of background information about the course and I have developed skills in those courses that can help me when I'm in graduate school, that can help my overall goal. So I'm just going to skip that part. And so I went ahead and I said Doubtless, the exposure and skills acquired through these courses will serve as foundations on which I will build a solid academic experience and professional career in student affairs. In respect to work experience, I served in a residential hall as a floor representative in my 4th year as an undergraduate student. My main duty was to coordinate 10 rooms. In this role, I evaluated crisis situations and responded appropriately. Also in 2017, when I joined the Mentally Aware Nigerian Initiative campaign, I referred students to professionals and they were able to solve their problems. These experiences have brought me some fulfillment and have proved how much I need to learn before I can become a must-see person in the context of student affairs. Okay? So, yeah, I know that this one didn't really talk about my skills, but unfortunately I can't find the other statement, because this particular prompt told me to talk about my academic, how my academic has prepared me for graduate school. But if that is helpful to you, you can just talk about, that part where I talked about, my work experience. You can just summarize it together and say, this is what my work experience has helped me to develop. It has helped me to develop in terms of my leadership skills, my whatever skills. Okay, so yeah, let's move on. So your personal statement should connect your experiences to your future goals. Why do you want to go to college? Or probably it's grad school you're applying to. Why do you want to go to grad school? What are you hoping to achieve? What will your chosen field of study? How will it help you to reach your goals? What impact do you want to make on the world at large? How will your education help you get there? I want you to show them that you are not just applying for a degree, but you are applying for a purpose, okay? When they know that you are applying for a purpose, trust me, they want your purpose to be fulfilled, okay? Somebody has told me that I actually say okay a lot. I'm so sorry, that's my filler word, okay? I said it again, there. So after everything that we've said in today's video, you need to get to the stage where you are polishing your statement, which is the last stage. The trick that usually works for me whenever I'm writing anything serious is that I will read it out to see if it makes sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to me, then I know that, okay, something is missing. So I will tell you to read out your statements, to read your statements out loud. Does it flow smoothly? Are there any awkward sentences or grammatical error? Are there any stories that are not connecting? Because sometimes when you read something out, when you hear it, you're like, oh, okay, that is not connecting. Do you need to add is it conjunction? Yeah. Do you need to add conjunction to some places? Do you think a certain adjective would describe your experience better? Then you can also, give your statement to someone you trust to read it out for you. Make sure it is someone you trust, because, you just want to avoid stories that touch the heart, okay? So, yeah, finally, I would say that don't be afraid to rewrite and revise your story. I did that a couple of times before I finally got the one that turned the admission committee, before I finally got the one that turned them on, the one that they could not resist, the one that made every school I applied to, the one that made them give me admission, okay? Okay. So yeah, writing a personal statement is tough, but always remember that you are tougher and that you have got this. You have a unique story to tell, and with effort, you can craft an essay that will wow your admission committee. So yes, we've come to the end of this video. If you found it helpful, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to comment down below. I do appreciate all of your experiences, so please comment down below. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 20k. I said it that there's always something to look forward to. I want us to get to 20k before the end of this year, and I know y'all can make it possible. So subscribe to the channel. Subscription is free. Share my video. Remember that knowledge is power, and sharing it can have a profound impact on someone's life. Till I see you in my next video.